viewers for round 2, lobby A of the Targa Cup. We are in Suzuka, a wet Suzuka, an overcast Suzuka. So if lobby B was anything to go by action wise, you are in for a treat for lobby A, because we have some of the quickest drivers in India here amongst us. With me we have Dan, and we are joined by Vedant for lobby A. Hey guys.
Hey, I'm JK. Looking forward to this amazing race, and it's a pleasure to be here with Dan Lord, with whom we have raced a couple of times. So, looking forward to an exciting race today.
Konnichiwa, both of you. Let's see
Konnichiwa.
who wins in Japan.
Konnichiwa. So yeah, we are about to start.
So who are your favorites for pole this race?
It's going to be close between a couple of guys. My money always or usually is on Pleb, but he is going through a slight dip. But maybe today will be the redemption round for him. Should be interesting as
I think
we
he'll
go
come
for
back to
quali.
form this race.
Yes, indeed. Let's hope so. It's not good news for the rest of the grid, but should be good to watch for us and the viewers. As everyone, I think, is able to get out of the pits. It's Makov stuck.
So, MJK, one question over here. What are we looking here in the qualifying today? How long is it for, and are we expecting any rain in this qualifying?
Okay, perfect. So Makov gets out of the pit. That was a little tense. No, so the qualifying should be dry. Fingers crossed. It's for 5 minutes, and that should give everyone one outlap followed by 2 back-to-back flying laps if they choose to do that.
What your expectation time over here?
Come again?
Continues. Way to continue.
Yeah, then Lord, I was asking like, what would be a good time over here? What are we expecting in terms of lap time?
So, I think 158. 158 is what looking at probably.
Yeah, so pole for lobby A was mid 159s. And the guys, some of the aliens were doing 158s. So yeah, let's see, anything 158 and under should be pole territory here.
So Pleb has reached the chicane right now.
Yes, as he will be the first one to start with his flying lap. As we see a slightly more civil approach here in this lobby with the qualifying setup, everyone is giving each other sufficient amount of room and space. As Mr. Wrench managed to get a penalty on his outlap, wonderful, and goes back to the pit. That will cost him a lap, but yeah, he will have just one banker lap.
MJK, do you think it's very wise to go to the pits and maybe try another sides of soft?
So in that case, you would have just one banker lap. I mean, one flying lap that can get edgy. It would be the quicker way to do it, but maybe not everyone would want to gamble it that way.
And reasons are too close on the track right now.
Yes, this is what I was talking about earlier.
Pleb loses it. Pleb loses it.
Pleb's nightmare continues. Let's hope he can put this behind him as soon as possible and get on with it. But yeah, this is what we don't want. This is what I was talking about in lobby B, about leaving enough space for the car ahead and behind. so that you don't run into them in your quali lap and end up ruining both your laps. But yeah.
Yeah, that Uncharted will be definitely in pressure, but I think it would be interesting to see if he can pull it through and get a clean flying lap.
Yeah, looks like Makov is on it this round, and he's kept it clean so far. So Pleb should be the first one. No, who will be the first one across the line? Should be Misto with 159.7. I'm sure he can better that, but that gives him provisional pole. Fun with the 229.
Track ahead.
Yes, he does. Pagal Raja with a 2013. Askas with a 2015. In every. Let's go to Makov. I think he is currently the favorite for pole. Does he better Mr. Guns?
MJK, just to interrupt you there, I see a bit of rain.
Is there?
I see a bit of rain on the track.
Interesting. That would.
It has darkened down a little.
It was raining a bit near the start.
Up.
So some people are now struggling. Mr. Gun is off.
Mr. is off. That is quali for him. Done.
Makov is on a very good lap, setting purples.
Makov is
not by much though.
Yeah, he has his wipers on, so that is not a good sign. And I can hear the rain coming indeed.
And that was a bad decision, I guess. That was unfortunate for Uncharted man, who probably didn't expect rain on his flying lap.
Yeah. That mistake was expensive for him and Mr. Pleb as well. That's going to cost him.
Pleb also bent it on his first lap.
Yeah. But yeah, both of them have mountains to climb in the next 30 minutes. Fun. It's just chilling in the pit. Fair call, yeah.
And MJK, just to interrupt you again, Modi goes for a spin and he takes out Makov.
Oh no.
Anyway.
Yeah, as we see a couple of dancing cars synchronized swimming. Wow, that's amazing to watch. But yeah, everyone is sparked up in some corner. I don't see any more quicker laps happening.
It's completely in Inter's territory now.
Yeah, and that is quali done.
So this is why you need to set a very good banker lap.
Absolutely, yeah. Rain is.
I guess then no one predicted the weather.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's everyone done with their quali laps. Let's go over the grid in a bit.
But MJK, I think overall the qualifying was quite interesting then. No one expected that the rains would come and the guys missing out on their flying lap.
Indeed, yeah. I don't think everyone got in a clean lap for starters. But yeah, let's go over the grid. So Misto has pole, who has done a 59.7. I think this might be slightly slower than the Lobby B, but anyhow, followed by Makov with a 2:03 and Pagal Raja in P3 for a 2:01, followed by Modi Ki Guarantee in P4, Askas in P5, Rays in P6, Fun in P7, Inavri in P8, Pleb in P9, and Ench running up the grid. Those are some unexpected people in some unexpected spots. But yeah, kudos to whoever kept it clean and were able to string in a lap before the rain came in, and they have reaped their rewards. And now on to the race. What are your guys' predictions for the race, Vedant and Dan?
Danlo, do you want to take this first?
I think Makov would be back for me this race. And you, Vedant?
For me, this is going to be a bit unpredictable. We see the weather, we see some rains coming in, and we need to see how clean, how everyone is able to. So I will not give my assumption as of now, but it will be quite
Basically, you don't
interesting
want to
to see
jinx
through.
anyone. You don't want to jinx anyone right now, right?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay, I think we are go soon. Hopefully, we have a smooth start. No glitches or anything like the previous round. Okay, and we are go at Suzuka for round 2 of lobby A. Everyone's equidistant as Modi ki guarantee already lining up a pass on Pagal Raja going into turn 1. Oh, we see some contact
Modi
here.
Raja, I think Modi ki guarantee was trying to push Pagal Ranja into making a mistake over there.
Right.
But he kept it
Indeed.
clean and he still has the third position.
Yes. Yes, he does. As Misto keeping it clean, building up a slight gap to Makov. It is a dry start to be noted, and the rain can come in at any time.
So
Modi ki
Ancient Club
guarantee
has
is
started.
on. He was climbing up the grid, but then he made few mistakes.
Vedant, you were saying?
So Ancient Lab is starting at the bottom of the grid. So I see he has a big long way to cross.
Yeah.
But he was P8 a while back.
Yeah, I think P9. Yeah, he's dropped a spot while Ench has had an amazing start, P10 to P7 in less than a lap. He is on the charge, man on a mission, and he's already putting in pressure on Rays for P6. Up ahead, wow, Misto is on it. He is stretching that gap to 1.2, 1.3 seconds to Makov. And Magov was slightly wide, nothing too serious. Followed by Pagal Raja. And is there a move coming on? No, nothing as such. Askas in P4. Modi ki guarantee in P5. Under pressure from Rays, who is in turn under pressure from Ench. Everyone is in each other's slipstream. Will we see a move coming on going into T1?
Pleb is lining up a move on Fun Anywhere.
And he does dive down the inside. That is a clean, solid move. Moves him up to P9. Oh, we see some argy-bargy. Oh no, and Ench loses it. I don't want that. That. Very unfortunate. Such is racing.
I think that was a very risky move, but knowing Enchanted Man, he obviously goes for that gap.
Yes, all or nothing.
It was three small piece of track.
Yeah. So what's happening between the tire wear guys? Between the top three, because I see Misto is pulling up a solid gap. It's almost 2 seconds now, and within a couple of laps. So is Makov
in the top
conserving?
5, I think Makov and Misto are similar on tire wear. But then there's Modi ki guarantee in P5 who's on mediums, and people above all of them are on soft.
Oh, okay. So we have 1 to 4 on softs. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, wonderful on softs. Modi ki guarantee on mediums. Inavik on softs. Lep on softs. And then we have Rays again on mediums.
Ray
Fun on
seems
mediums and
to
Inch on softs.
have lost it somewhere. He's down to P8. I think he was running as high as P5 or 6 somewhere. And Pleb is
I
up to
think he must have
P7.
been caught. The incident
So,
which took out Inch probably.
Probably, yeah.
So, question. So, are we? What kind of tires are we looking into today? Meaning, do we have any mandatory tires?
No, so since it's a wet race, we do not have any mandatory tires. We are expecting a bout of heavy rain, so most definitely we're expecting people to put on a set of wets. And yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. I mean, I think there was an incident between Modi ki guarantee and Enavri. I think.
Right, yes, he has moved down to P7 from P5. Those mediums costing him, and yeah, he's lost spot again there as we speak. Yeah, those mediums costing him dearly. Oh, and he loses it again slightly.
It's quite interesting strategies then over here. We see some guys on softs and some guys on mediums, and the softs are burning out, but they are not burning out so badly. And I don't know when the rains will start, but the mediums are having like very little or less wear, so they can run a bit good than those who are on softs.
Oh, Misto has had an incident. He's lost the lead. He's down to P3. We missed that unfortunately. And Makov is into the lead, and how he's almost 3 seconds clear of Pagal Raja in P2. Mr. P2 doing his thing.
I think there's a little bit of rain on the tracks right now.
Yeah,
yes,
it started
indeed.
to rain,
Yes, we can see it started to rain, and lucky for the drivers, they are headed right to the pits.
So would it be for Inters or Bets, MJ, Vidu, both of you, right now?
It should be wet, looking at the intensity.
Yeah, I don't have the weather radar unfortunately with me, but as MJK said, looking at the intensity of the rain, probably it's so wet now.
Yeah.
Oh, and known as a Spain while entering the pits. Modi ki guarantee, I think he did survive that.
Ouch. So bad doers for him. But yeah.
So now this will be really interesting, MJK Danlord, because now we have everyone running on the west or the inters, and this will be quite exciting, and how they can manage to keep the car within the tracks.
Absolutely. So we see Misto pipping Pagal Raja in the pits. Maybe he has underfueled or something else, but yeah.
Pleb almost jumped Enavri in the pits.
This has bunched up the grid again. Solid. As Modi ki guarantee goes for a move down the inside, he makes better of it. But coming back to the leaders, yeah, the lead has dropped from 3 seconds to 1.2 seconds. Yeah, everyone being a little more
And I would
careful.
like to interrupt you guys. Modi ki guarantee on Inters, all others are on this.
That's
Is that
brave.
a gamble? Yeah, indeed, brave. Time will tell.
For them would be any standing water on the track, and then you would just lose your car, and it will be difficult to manage. Right now, as I see, Modi ki guarantee is already strong and is under a lot of pressure from Rd2 Gaming. Maybe this can work out in his guys. If the rains stop, if the rains reduce in intensity, you have a better chance over there.
Indeed, so Modi ki guarantee praying for lighter rain anytime now. But yeah, he being egged on by Rays, put under tremendous pressure, who is on full wets.
MDK, just to bring to your attention, we see them catching on to Makov now. So both are on wets. They are on similar fields, but Misto has reduced the gap to within a second now.
Indeed, what was 3 seconds was down to 1.2, and it is now under a second. Misto bringing the heat in. lining up a move. That is some solid driving by Misto from the Speed Syndicate. His teammate, who I think, he finished P2 in the previous race. Misto would want to better that and get the win this time around. As he tucks into the slipstream of Makov, who tries to break it, entering into turn 1, and Makov goes wide.
Makov goes wide.
Oh, and Misto keeps it clean and gets the lead back. Well done, Misto. Makov recovering, and behind him Pagal Raja and Askas catching up close. Everyone is dancing on ice skates in this super wet track of Suzuka. Oh, Mr. Makov goes wide again. He's having a tough time in this weather, as that closes the gap.
Modi ki guarantee is still keeping the race behind, and
That
he's
is-
on inters and Rees is on wets.
Well done. Well done. Well done, as Pagal Raja brings
and I
the
think-
gap in to under a second for the first time to Makov in P2.
Yeah, the conditions are really bad over there, I can imagine. And for me, the turn 1 is such a difficult corner, because if you miss, then you lose the rhythm for the next couple of months. And I think that's what
Absolutely.
Makov faced. He's still struggling.
Absolutely. Yes, as we see Pleb on his redemption drive up to P6, putting in some pressure on Inavri and trying to get into the podium spots. Oh, as we see Misto here, he's just blown off. He's already 3+ seconds away from Makov in P2. That is some driving, Misto. And we see-
let's
yeah,
not,
go
let's not assume any results yet, because Makov is also trying to reduce that gap now. That gap is coming down from 4 to now 3 seconds. So he's also
Yes,
now
it is.
getting a hang of those tires.
True. If anybody can, it's Makov. Yeah, bring in the heat. As we see Askas up to P4. Great driving by him there, going by unnoticed. Silently he's crept up to P4, followed by Inavri in P5, chased by
I think
Pleb.
Rees is setting up Modi for a move right now.
Oh, and he does get Modi
Excellent.
key guarantee on the outside. Excellent. That finally frees him up to catch the rest of the pack, while Modi ki guarantee on inters. Yeah, that may not have been the optimum choice here in this heavy downpour. Ench finally catching up to Fun Anywhere in P9 after that awful spin.
I think Enchantment should have stayed patient for making that move, because it was really tricky section of the track, and that could have been maybe a racing incident. It's good to see him making places now, but
Yeah.
he has a long way to go. He's about 20 seconds behind Mr. Gunn.
Yes, indeed, yeah. So as we speak, yeah, Mistogan has, Makov has cut down the lead to Mistogan by half a second. It's 2.7, 2.8 seconds now. So indeed, he's reeling Mistogan in. Will Misto crack under pressure? Will Makov make the most?
As a spin, Askas drops to 5. Askas dropped to 5. Has dropped to 6 now.
Unfortunate. Just as we were speaking, he was as high as P4. But that's fine, we have more than half the race left now. Everyone can finish vastly different from their current positions. As Mr. Pleb on his redemption drive is up to P5 from P10.
And everybody has been having a very good race.
Yes, indeed, yes. He has been clean and consistent so far. For Team Redline, he is fighting Pagal Raja some 3 seconds up the road. for the final spot on the podium. How does everyone's wear, tire and fuel wear look like, guys?
Dan, you want to take that?
Yeah, I think Pagal Raja is doing very good on fuel compared to others around, and even compared to all others in front of them. Tire wear looks similar for everyone, not much. I think they can manage it well. But I think in the top three, Pagal Raja seems to have better fuel compared to Macau and Mr.
Then sorry to interrupt, guys. Enchanted Man has just made up a move on Modi Ki Guarantee, and he has now moved to P8. So Modi Ki Guarantee is definitely struggling with those tires over there.
Oh.
But they are still going for it. They are battling it out over there.
They indeed are, especially on the S's. Exactly the spot where Ench lost it all. Don't want to be doing that again. And as Ench dancing around, oh, just look how the car dances around. It shows how difficult it is. Oh, and as Modi Ki Guarantee makes a move on the inside at Degna 1, the move is still not done yet as Ench claims it back. Great racing by the both of them. That was very interesting and eventful to watch. Oh, in all of that fun, and where has caught up.
Struggling on Inters.
Yeah, there's P8, 9 and 10 having their own battle, less than 2 seconds between them.
The way Macau is closing in on Mr.
There is a move by happening, and Ancient Plab is going to take and has taken P4. So he's now closer to the final podium position, about 5 seconds away from Paul.
Amazing. Aditya Raghav, aka Ancient Pleb, on his redemption drive. He is at P4 right now, all the way down from P10. Amazing. Let's look at everybody's lap times in the wet. So Mr. is 2:19.1, Makov 2:18.4, 2:18.9. Yeah, Makov and Pleb being the quickest guys in the wet. It's just a matter of keeping it clean around this track. You can lose oodles of time chasing the 10th or 2 over here in the wet. It's always more important to keep it clean and consistent. But oh yeah, Modi Ki Guarantee drops to P10 in those inters. Yeah, they're just taking it from bad to worse for him.
I think Modi Ki Guarantee is Ferrari strategist on his wall, probably.
We are checking. So we see.
So gap is coming down further, guys. So Mako is now within 2 seconds.
Yes.
And Mr. Gunn at this moment will be in a lot of pressure.
Indeed. So for the first time, the gap has dropped to under 2 seconds. It's at 1.7 and dropping. At this rate, we will see a move coming up in the next couple of corners or lap. As Makov goes slightly wide, but we will forgive him for that.
And it's so tricky over there. Just one tire off the track and you will just spin out so easily. It's so easy to lose the car in such conditions right now, in the current conditions.
Yes, indeed. As we see, has the rain stopped? I think the rain has stopped. And the track seems to be drying off.
Probably the intensity is reduced, and Mr. makes a slight mistake over there. I think Makov is lining up for a move now.
Oh, he does. While Makov has his own incidents, he was slightly squirmish. But yeah, that gap down to half a second now. This is getting close and tense.
I think the intensity is reduced, but the track, and it does not look like Inter's territory yet. So the track definitely is wet right now.
Even
Right.
Pleb is cutting down the lead. I mean, Pleb was around 12 seconds back from Mr. and now it's up to 9.7.
Oh, as Bakov loses it slightly, and but still keeps the pressure on Misto, who is feeling the heat. The gap down to 4/10 of a second right now, and surely Misto will not want to leave the door open for Makov. As we go into Degnar 1 and Degnar 2. Will Makov
I do
make a
see
move? He thinks about it. He
Pleb,
thinks about
I
it.
think Pleb just lost a position to Enavri.
Oh, I think he did. Pleb had a moment there. Yeah, he's lost spot there. He's down to P5, but coming back to the battle for the lead. Makov smelling P1 there. He keeps it tight. He will want to tuck into the slipstream of Misto going into 130R.
And Modi ki guarantee has picked up speed. He has just overtaken Fun Anywhere right now. And closing in on Inch.
Very interesting. Inch.
The track seems to be drying up. The track seems to be drying up.
Yep, we see a dry line forming. Who will be the first one to move on to slicks? That'll be an interesting gamble to watch for.
I think it's too early because maybe this guy still have some fuel left in them. Probably it would be wise to burn all that fuel and then come into the pits. But we see everyone jumping into the pits
just
now.
as we say in every pleb, both of them jumping into the pits. Surely for slicks.
And every is going on.
What would
let it check what is now.
I think
what
honestly,
would you have done, JK?
Yeah, as you said, this might be a little too early for slicks. Maybe a lap more, but yeah, maybe their tires were too worn off. Let's see what they go on to. Slicks, pleb on slicks, Inavri on slicks.
Inavri takes up a 3-second penalty, probably for entering the pit lane wrong.
And we have a very close battle at the exit between Ench and Reyes, both on mediums.
This is going to be crazy, guys, because this track seems to be still
Ench gets
for
the lead, but yeah, that's interesting. But it's yeah equally
Nice
important to keep it within the dry line here, because even a couple of feet into the wet and you're off into the gravel.
I just want to get your attention to Ancient's lab right now, guys, because he's working out that time. He is
and he
that gap.
goes
And he's fun.
for a spin. Oh my god.
I think commentators is hitting Pleb left and right.
And Makov still keeping the pressure on a drying track as the sun shines onto Suzuka for the first time this race. And he goes wide.
Makov goes wide.
Can he keep it together? Yes, he does. Will either of them dive into the pits?
They'll have to pit. There's no fuel.
Yes, both of them do.
This is still too early, guys. This is still too early.
Yeah, we will see some incidents at the exit. Will Makov underfuel to get the lead and track position? Even Pagal Raja pits for slicks, hopefully, presumably. But yeah, man, Modi ki guarantee, the lead car out on track on slicks. No, he is on intermediates.
Pits.
As Misto comes out,
all of them exiting on softs.
Yes. All of them able to keep it in the track. No incidents as such coming out the pits. as Pleb still manages to keep P4 despite that spin.
Inch had a very nice recovery drive. He's at P5 right now.
Absolutely. That was really nice to see. And he's also catching, he's going strong. He's trying to catch Pleb right now.
Oh,
and
just
he
as we
goes
say
wide
that.
as we were just talking about.
Followed by
we should
race.
probably stop talking about.
Let's just admire the scenery.
As Vanky's in the commentator's curse indeed.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and ever he takes a spin.
As Misto has stretched out that lead from half a second to 1.2. I think he definitely would prefer those slicks compared to the wets.
Asquez has lost it. Asquez has lost it at the.
There's a lot of argy-bargy incidents going on. Asquez down to P9. Indeed, we did.
Interesting to see. Ancient.
Sorry, go ahead.
Ancient Pleb has now cut down that gap. Ancient has cut down that gap, and he's about 5 seconds away from Pagal Raja. And Ancient Pleb, I have raced with him on this track, and he's definitely fast. So he may be looking for that final podium position if he keeps it within the track. I am sorry, guys.
Yeah, indeed. No, completely agree. He is a beast on any track, but yeah, it's a matter of keeping it between the lines here. It's a matter of survival for these guys.
Guarantee three. I think two of them lost it right now. I mean, Reyes and Modi, both of them.
Oh, Reyes loses it again. Unfortunate, I think. And will he be passed by Fun?
Interestingly, guys. Okay, we see a move from Asquez and Modi Guarantee. They are going in T1. Asquez still getting it clean, and Modi Guarantee still on that inside line, and I think he will be getting that move done, and he's still in P6. But just to mention, I see two of our guys who are running mediums, and they are in P9 and P10, Fananiva and Razy King. I guess it's difficult to get those tires up to temperature right now because they seem to be definitely struggling on those mediums. Meanwhile, the soft runners are doing a good job.
So is it just Fun and Reyes on mediums?
Even Inch is on mediums.
Okay. And how does the wear look like for the guys on softs? What percentage of the tires have they chewed?
Can you take that, Sam?
You can take it, Vedant. You can take it.
Well, as we see, sorry to interrupt you, I think Makov is the closest to Misto all race he's been. As he lines up for a move on the outside, will he be brave enough? No, that's too risky. He tucks back into the slipstream of Misto. Will he make a move going to the Casio chicane? He thinks about it, but there's wet track there, and he moves back into Misto's slipstream. Will he be lining up a move here?
Although
going to T1, it'll be an interesting watch. As Mr. tries to break his toe.
This is going to be. They do keep it clean.
They do. As they go into the SS, Mr. slightly dances around.
I see some brilliant racing over there. Mako still trying to keep minimize the gap, and is not making any abrupt moves because the track is still wet on the turns. There is still some standing water.
Definitely some crazy amount of skill being shown at display by both of these drivers, keeping it clean and tidy while being on the track.
But the problem here is MJK and Danlord is being ever so close to this guy. The gap has gone from 5 seconds to 2.7 and still reducing. So we do see these guys are drilling in Pagal Raja for that P1 position. So we may be seeing a three-way battle for P1.
Interesting. But just as we look at the clock, it's 28.5. So maybe it's just another lap and a half to go in this race. So if Makov wants to make a move for the lead, it has to come soon.
And he will be going in for this move. I do think he's really close this time. The gap is about 1 second. Let's see how brave these guys are.
As Mr. defends the inside, will he be overtaken on the outside? No, he doesn't. Is there a switchback?
Nice driving for both of them. I think Mr. being better on fuel compared to Macau.
And this should be their last lap starting now. This is Makov's final chance going to T1. Will he make a move? No, Mr. does very well to close the door and keep it clean while avoiding the wet. This is some nail-biting action stuff, guys.
Absolutely, and through the assist over here, I think they are keeping it as clean as possible.
Yeah. Yep. Meanwhile, Pagal Raja keeping it relatively steady to both of them, around 2.6, 2.8 seconds. Behind Pleb 9 seconds. Ench in P5, Askaz in P6, in every 7.
I think Macau just went wide. Macau just went wide.
Ah, that was
Sees
unfortunate.
it for Mr. Sees it for Mr.
That was unfortunate.
It's not over yet, guys. Till they cross the finish line.
Absolutely, Vedant. Absolutely. They're halfway through the final lap. Can Misto hold his nerve together and make it 2 out of 2? Can Makov upset the Speed Syndicate party and get the win? As Pagal Raja has closed in ever so slightly.
And as we were discussing about the battle, Fun Aniva has crossed the line and is done with this. So he is going to finish P10.
Great, that is his race done, as it's only 3 more corners between Misto and his second consecutive win. As he was entering this weekend, he was not very confident about this track and car combo, but look at him go here. And that is Misto across the line, taking his second victory, closely followed by Makov. That gets P2. And here we have Pagal Raja completing up the podium with P3, followed by Pleb with a spectacular redemption drive from P10 to P4. Ench closing up with P5. And we have Askaz at P6, followed by Inavri in P7. And there is some closeness between Raze and Modi Ki Guarantee, followed by Fun Anywhere to close up the grid. That was some exciting stuff, guys. Wow.
Excellent racing by all involved.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, that's another win for Misto and Speed Syndicate. He will be mighty pleased with that. Makov in P2 and Pagal Raja in P3 rounding up the podium. Some great racing from them. What are your thoughts, Dan and Vedu?
I guess the race was first of all really exciting. Congratulations MJK on another successful race. For me, the excitement was after the rain, to be honest. There's a lot of standing water, and that was really difficult and tricky for these guys. Managing that car and not hitting those curves where it's wet and losing your car. Kudos to these two guys for keeping it clean, especially between Mr. Gunn and Makov. Really brilliant racing.
Definitely.
Yeah, to keep it on the tracks was, the skills. It shows skills to keep it on tracks on this wet track.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was a testament to everyone's skill in this lobby, how they kept it between the lines while having interesting battles between each other. But yeah, that is it from us this round. next round 3. We will see you in 3 days time. See you then, guys. Take care.